having a phenomenal year? Put your hand up if you're having a phenomenal year. Put it in the chat. I probably won't see it if you put your hand up. Hey, Naomi. And yeah, who's having an okay year? Could be better. Not too bad. Let us know. Maybe it's a year where you're thinking it is just not working. I got a thumbs up there from Naomi, so I'm guessing for you it's not a bad year. Maybe you're having a year that you're thinking, it's just crap. It's not what I want it to be. It's just not going how I planned it. It's not what I thought it was going to be. So as lots of you know, I'm all about being truthful and honest and real. There's no point beating around the bush. There's no point pretending to be all positive when we're not. Really honoring exactly how we're feeling. So wherever you're at, I'll always say it's just our starting point. So if you're feeling great, you can feel even better. If you're feeling average, you can feel better. And if you're feeling crap, or you've got a good place to start to move up. So one of the ways to improve how we're feeling is to notice, what are you focusing on? Are you focusing on the good things that are happening in your day? Or are you focusing on things that aren't so good? So that's one thing that you can look at. If you're always looking at, that's not working, I don't like that, I shouldn't have said that, what do they think of me saying that, ... right? If I'm always focusing on those things, then we're not going to feel as good. We're not going to create the positive momentum. However, if we're intentionally focusing on, that was good, I'm proud of myself for doing that, that was great, I love that, etc., etc., we're going to create this beautiful positive momentum for ourselves. So first message here, if you want your year to go better, focus more on the good things. Still acknowledge the rough stuff, because again, we've got to be real and honest with ourselves. Feel it, deal with it, process it, and then focus on the good stuff as well. So that's our first point today. And one of the things we look at in there is, what is my word? What's my word for the year, or what's my word for the second half of the year? Karen says, so far so good, but definitely could be better her year. So absolutely, it's so good to do a bit of a stock take and see, where am I at? How's it going? So coming back to our word, what's your word? What do you want your word to be? So I'll tell you, for the first half of my year, I had the word flow. I wanted life to flow more, feel easier, flow, just have that lightness and ease and this trusting and knowing that everything is working and unfolding perfectly. So that's been the energy I've been putting out. And it's beautifully coming back to me. I'm feeling so much ease, so good. Not every single day, because I'm human like the rest of us, of course. But for the most part, I'm feeling so much ease and flow. It's really beautiful. So when we set that intention to start with, then we create more flow. So a few years back, I set a word for myself for the year, roar, R-O-A-R, like roaring like a lion, right? Roar. Yeah. So that was the word that I set for myself. And I was amazed. This was the first year I did it. And I was amazed at the power of having a word. So after I'd chosen roar, which for me was all about expressing myself in my truth, putting myself out there courageously, willing to be vulnerable and open to share from that place of truth. So that was what I put out there. What happened after that was nothing short of incredible. So all these different events played out based on this word that I had. So just to give you a little bit of a picture for those that haven't heard this story, firstly, I went on a meditation retreat that I'd been on before, and at that retreat, it hadn't happened before, but they had us roaring like a lion. We all had to get on all fours and literally roar. I roared so loud that my throat started hurting afterwards. You know that feeling when you've just roared, or you've just screamed, or you've been to a party and you've sang your favorite songs really loud? That's what happened to me. My throat literally, like the next day I could hardly talk. Anyway, that was the first thing that happened. Then I did a course, which was an amazing course for me and really resonated with where I was at the time. At the end of the course, there was a folder given which had a picture of course, a lion on it. I'm like, wow, this is so aligned. This is so amazing. And all these things that are happening. Hello, beautiful Shelley. So nice to have you here from New York. Mwah. Hi, beautiful. So they were two things that happened after I came up with the word raw for the year. Then after that, I had my meetup event and I had about 50 people. Everyone was sitting around in lines and I was open with everyone. I told them my word that I'd had for the year. I shared with them these incredible things that had happened, that I'd been on the meditation retreat. They'd had us roar like lions. I'd been on the course and had the picture of a lion on the folder. Anyway, the room listened to me and someone got up and said, Deb, give us a roar. And I said, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a roar, but I'm going to ask the whole room to get up and do it with me. So literally I had 50 people standing up and at the top of their lungs, everyone gave the most massive roar sound. You can imagine the room, the energy in the room completely went off. So powerful. I couldn't have even pictured this was going to happen. It all came from setting this intention. What's my word for the half year? What's my word for the year?